Double work. Off the scoreboard.
Great focus to stay with that ball.
Horn blocked. Oh, what an up by Evans. Tip try not down by Krause. Right back to Krause again.
Merzik finds a way to score high off the blocker's hands.
The libero Hannah Grant serves for Michigan and makes that dig on the swing by Gonzalez. Merzik so lethal from anywhere on the floor. Great dig by Sarah Sue Morbitzer. Murray out the back, it's a point for Ohio State.
Does a great job. Take a look here, how she steps forward. Sometimes those balls will go long, but that's okay. It's better than serving the ball in the net.
Michigan wants an aggressive approach from behind the service line. That one almost hit the scoreboard inside Chrysler Center. Pedraza to Londot from the back. Point Ohio State.
So a smart shot there by Gonzalez.
Sarah Sue Morbitzer extends a run for Ohio State with that ace. It's now 5 straight points for the Buckeyes.
And well, I'm used to it now since she's been here for 24 years.
That's a great point.
But it was weird at first, I'll have to admit.
That one comes out of orbit and it hit the scoreboard, the Jumbotron, and it's a point for Ohio State.
And she is into it. How could you not love to play for somebody like her, so animated and having fun despite this very competitive and stressful, somewhat stressful situation against a strong Michigan team.
Murray stuffed. Adria Powell with some help from the center, Pedraza. Merzik's got 13 to lead the Wolverines. Gonzalez. It went over to Michigan's side. Morbitzer, another great back row dig. Over to Londot. Back row Merzik. Gonzalez with a season high 17 kills tonight.
In the middle of or in the top of the net, and that's a point for Ohio State.
2 points out of the timeout for Ohio State after Michigan cut the deficit to 1 in the 4th. Last touch by Beals, that's a point for Ohio State, a season high.
Well, look at this dig in the backcourt, a one-handed stab. Sometimes you just have to be, but they really have to compete hard. I think a sign of competing hard is your defensive attitude, both blocking and backcourt.
Well, Penn State is falling behind in each of the first 3 sets of this match now.
Arm swing, very similar to Megan Courtney.
Sarah Sue Morbitzer serves. Elisaya collides with Wetherington, and that play was doomed from the start. A point, Ohio State.
Both teams try to eliminate their unforced error and forget about what and how you played in the first 4 sets of this match.
Blocked and out of play. Kylie Murr couldn't save it for Penn State, and for the first time.
I mean, their non-conference schedule, so many games on the road. They are so happy to be back at Cavelli soon.
Why they're number 3 in the nation in RPI. Great play by Morbitzer, tapping that over was Gonzalez, and Morbitzer again, keeping the play alive. Schaffmaster looks to Landfair. She can't finish it off. Morbitzer looking for Gonzalez, and Ohio State, what a big point for them as they battled in that route.
Backline just throwing her body out, sacrificing it left and right. Sometimes you just need to throw an arm out.
Heading under 100, but an important part of this offense is McGraw getting Minnesota back into it. Pedraza looking for Gonzalez. Second contact by Schaffmaster, and the back row blast by Wennis. That time the second contact not there, and Gonzalez records.
She's always a go-to in the front row. When she's in, you know you can go to her and she's going to execute.
Played just 7 sets last year. Pedraza, Rader. Team up well together defensively. Kinkilla. It's Londot. There's Murr right on the spot. And Gonzalez is
put Ohio State within one of closing out set one. Janaisha Moore, at 21 kills, her season high twice, has the kill. 22-14. Pedraza going on two.
Good block touch again by Ohio State. Turned down the line, that ball can't go down. Should go down never, but particularly when you're getting your ears boxed in by Ohio State.
It's a Northwestern side that's peaking right now. It's an Ohio State side that was 9-0 in the month of October. They've been playing awfully consistent for some time now. That was right into the block by Randorf. And now Miller up right back to Randorf. Gabby Gonzalez gets the kill. That's her first. Sarah Sue Morbitzer, the junior from Grumpoint, Ohio, to serve. Nordemere's got to go a long ways for this one. Randorf can't get to it at the scorer's table.
Skimmerhorn gets aced.
Transfer in from Penn State has been superb in moving to Lincoln. Big swing for Launstein, handled by the Buckeyes, and they turn it around into a point. They'll be a little downtrodden here if the Huskers get this point. And wow, Ohio State coming up with a massive ace.
Blocked by Gonzalez. Nobody does it any better than Gonzalez. She's having a great night.
Pedraza calls her own number to give the Buckeyes match point.
Sent back. Serve targets Morbitzer. Londot just, even though that's a soft touch, Londot, even when putting 100% power on it, she just makes it look effortless.
She puts a lot on it. It's really tough to dig it out.
And you're Adam Hughes, you're looking at that saying, I have 3 more years of this. Probably couldn't be any more overjoyed with the start that Ivy has had. Free ball attempt for the Terps. Up by Dowler. Dug out on the attempt from Russ. Let's see if she gets one more. It's Ivy, and it's sent back strong. As it's Adria Powell repelling the chance from Layla Ivy.
And as much as you probably rarely say this watching Ohio State play, but they needed that one. Maryland.
For Indiana, I'm sure it has to help her case having family here that's close by to support. It gives them, you know, even something more to be playing for.
And just coming home to play a match has got to be exciting too. And Ohio State with the first attack, and they make it count.
Could this determine how the third set is going to go? At least Ohio State's off to a stronger start than they were.
Janasia Moore entered this match second on the team in kills. There's a great hustling play by Isa Lopez, but they won't get it back over. And that makes it 3-0. And almost an overpass, but played back, but they still get a free ball to work on, and Londot scores again.
Carter Booth credited with the kill, her 12th. Gonzalez, great shot.
Phenomenal blocker in the middle, but also on that right pin.
And more work as a middle. Caroline Crawford out, but Crawford returning last night and will be vital for what the Badgers want to get done here when they get to national tournament time. Good dig in the back for the Buckeyes. Morbitzer and another. Back row attack for Franklin, handled by the Buckeyes. Gonzalez trying to make something out of nothing and gets it done.
Morbitzer giving her big hugs. These are big-time digs in middle back. Look at that, doing anything to keep the ball alive, and then in a nice fast offense, and it scores.
4 in a row here for the Badgers, and now for the Buckeyes, make it 5 in a row after the ace there from Morbitzer.
Former walk-on, now scholarship player, and current captain.
And definitely so, Tyler. I mean, she finally got on scholarship last spring and said, you know, It's always been great to put block O on my chest, but now being able to, Georgia Tech had done that when they were down in set number 2, try to, claw their way back in and allowed them. And Sarah Sue Morbitzer also finds some space under it, but might have gone off the tip of it.
We're tied up. Morbitzer with her third ace.
Few players near the ball and unable to get it. Georgia Tech serves it over. Morbitzer off to Londot. Powers it through. The captain with the ball. Pushes it over. An ace! Another look. Morbitzer right on the dot. Inbounds. A beautiful.
And a kill.
We'll get to some more scores a little bit later. Morbitzer right now to serve again. And that's an ace. Goes right back to the spot, and another ace. Mateo flips it over. Morbitzer with a bad pass.
Morbitzer pushes it over, and an ace! Finding the hole that was right next to Alex McGillivray.
So even if it doesn't benefit you in the short term, long term, it's definitely great for your ability to grow and learn as a player. I think they let off the gas a little bit early on with their serves, but understanding you got to be focused from start to finish, set 1 through set 3 right now.
The switch up from Gibson.
It can be a lot more inspiring hearing words from your peer than from your coach. It's easy in times like these to start drowning out your coach and go, yeah, whatever. But when a peer says it, you start taking it to heart, and it can be a lot more impactful during games like this.
Morrissey brought the ball over. We'll see how that player communication helps the Terrapins. They're keeping it alive right now. Back to Ohio State side. Morbitzer, one-hand push coming from Morrissey, and Ohio State able to keep it alive. Londot able to get the kill down.
Back and forth start here, 7-6, Rutgers leads. That one's an ace. Rutgers tried letting it go, but it touches down on the line behind Tina Gurkovich for the team lead. She has been instrumental in her first season. There's Ricky again, nearly pushing that one for a kill. Sends it back again. Ricky Williams is a monster right now in the middle. And she forces the error. Unless there was a deflection, there was. Raider over 200 kills last year. Again, having swings taken away from her by Gabby Gonzalez and Janacia Moore, but she has stepped up in a big role this year. Rutgers looking to get back in system. Little awkward there, and then Londot takes advantage of a free ball and crushes it.
How am I supposed to stay focused during that?
You get roll called a lot?
Yes. They found our manager's number. I was like, how do you guys, they're FBI agents, we promise.
Grimes laying out, but Tuman. Westchester, Illinois jumping into that starting libero role for Penn State this year. 9 digs, 3 assists thus far. Pedraza on the bump. In rhythm from Markley, and how about that? Ohio State and Murphy, they just watch it drop to open space.
To go straight in, just to, I guess, trust that the ball was going out, but also miscommunication that.
Serve from Villanova. Sarah Sue Morbitzer with first contact. Morbitzer going to the outside to Murphy, and the freshman.
Lungi hit one squarely that time as Tuman sets up in front of her. It was blocked. Now all the way across. Murphy from the left pin gets it done. Good sprawling effort defensively. Hoffman got there. And another beauty.
She's just so good.
It's really hard to get her out of the play, whether she's setting up for teammates or going in for the kill herself. Rader hits it over originally. Purdue does get a couple of chances. Back to Londot again. Off the flying fist of Skimmerhorn, and it's another point for the Buckeyes.
Keeney to do whatever she wanted with that one, and she slammed that one down with authority.
Buckeyes going to try to answer back. Couple in a row for Purdue. Londot off Samarns. Skimmerhorn back up. Anderson to Colvin. Saved again by that diving stop there. Back over again. Londot always seems to find an answer.
Absolutely. Caitlin Hoffman and Londot shading farther towards that side.
Anderson now trying to play that back. Hoffman sets it up. Morbitzer originally hit it, got off the fingertips of a Boilermaker.
Crawford on the way down. Morbitzer with the set. Long way to go for Murphy. And back-to-back plays for Murphy to build on.
Rader serves. It's dug out right there by Geddes. Nice hit made by Morbitzer on the back end. And then Ohio State finishes the point to take the lead.
Distance away from the net, talking to her setter, and facing the setter when she jumps. So she's got full rotation on that 31.
Russo going to the outside. Big cut from Leilani Dotson. Handled by Ohio State. And now Chelsea Thorpe looking for hands and got him. Suddenly, Buckeyes here by 7. There's Rousseau, who will call her number a lot. Murphy out of the back row. Morbitzer bumping it up. Thorpe trying to go off speed. Morbitzer again looking for Thorpe and works it off hands again.
Set the ball with their platform, so as she's out there, she offers a ton of ball control to this Buckeye squad.
Off the 2-man serve. Good dig there for the Buckeye setter. To the outside, Londot is dialed in. 8 for 8 thus far.
In a point for the Buckeyes, that point goes to Sarah Sue to keep the ball alive for her team.
Chin. Taylor at the ready. Rousseau going back to Chin. Has to go off speed with the offhand. And now the Buckeyes again continuing. Tight at the net. Tooman powering for it. Too many touches there for the Wildcats.
A different look from Ohio State.
And kept up by the freshman Berg with the point.
Being left back.
And you'll hear from every coach, even if they have a powerhouse like Emily Londot, they still want to set the middle, make those blockers more disciplined. Chelsea Thorpe has that turned away. Murphy into the block once more, and that lands out for the Buckeyes. Another point for the Buckeyes.
Which is this wicked serve. She serves in between the two passers, and what we're schedule is coming out next week. So if you love Big Ten volleyball, you're going to like the Pro League as well.
By 2025, 3 different professional leagues here stateside. Great progress to see. Thorpe, a missile sent to Grant, and a point.
And then Minnesota with the error, but it was all Tooman keeping that ball alive for Ohio State.
Sarah Sue Morbitzer keeps it in.
Did what? She has a perfect pitch?
She has perfect pitch, and she was all-state with her choir squad in high school. As there's the attack from Brandowie. Hayworth up for Tatum, tapping it over. A little off speed there as Morbitzer gets it up to Thorpe as she tools it.
Caused problems for the defense.
8th kill of the night for her. Tooman on the service. Hayworth up in the middle for Ramelsburg. Ohio State handles it. Tooman going up for Londot, the soft touch. Ramelsburg again. Great work by Taylor to keep it alive. Londot for a 3rd time, and she gets it to go.
Great work again by Sydney Taylor.
And you'll notice sometimes Ohio State has a slower start, but once they find their groove and they find that momentum,
that's really when it gets going. The deception there from Taylor Hold'em
Buckeyes snuff it out, and Londot gives OSU the lead. And she missed a pair of matches due to injury. She's still 17th all-time in assists, and she's still a freshman. Chelsea Thorpe rises and fires and finishes off the double block. Duzema had one dug out by Tumen.
And what a dig it was.
Here's Stanishevska. Tumen with a two-hand save. Murphy, it's in!
Dowler, one of the best two-way setters in this conference on the offensive and the defensive side. Angelic touch from Morrissey. Sat on the net for a second. There's Sam Sire from the back row. A great dig out of the back by Anna McClure. Soft touch from Londa. Dowler up. There's Russ sent back. Sarah Sue Morbitzer up. And Londa down. And 2-0 Ohio State.
And she's very great at hiding whether she's tipping or hitting.
And there's Sire, wasn't quite sure what to do with the serve. Lily Gunter moves over, can't get enough on it.
Wisconsin had a huge lead going in. I believe it was a 6-0 run by Wisconsin, just off of Maryland errors alone. And it seems like that's what's happening right now.
Tumen out of system, dug out well by Gunter. There's Sire sent back, but Gunter there again. Back row, Schmidt up. Nice dig out. That's Tumen once again. And the touch makes it fall. And Lauren Murphy. They schedule themselves those tough opponents, make themselves a little bit battle-tested.
You're not entertained by the outside show.
No, I love it. I love it. I love the power. Come on.
So Murphy's into the match, and Londot taps it down. Tight late sets, and won it in 4. Here's Lauren Murphy. And to Bohm. Popped up by Londot. And into the cross court. That's put away for Chelsea Thorpe. Maybe there'd be some wear.
It's like as fresh as ever.
Strong. Oh, yeah. Looking as fresh as ever, as you said. Londot again. That was big number 20 for Londot. 12th time this year she's gotten there. Terry. And that goes down.
Pass kill from your bro, just in the right spot at the right time, taking a hard one off the platform.
The biggest lead for Ohio State has been 8 in this set. They led it 9-1. Londot thumps it off the block. 21 on the night. And the kill sheet for Emily Londot.
Awalea amongst the top 10 in the conference and blocks per sets has just been a presence all season long back in the Power 5 level. Up the middle, it's Murphy. Shaftmaster keeps it up. And Murphy slices to find the floor.
Not much space for her to hit that ball through, but she identifies the seam very small.
Jen Flynn Oldenburg, 4th season as the head coach of Ohio State. Leading this team, says they still have a lot to play for at this point, even if the NCAA is not in the picture. As Chelsea Thorpe for getting those big stops. And Gibson, well done with the dump it.
Down 11, trying to gain some momentum going forward. But string some points together after they got out to a nice start for a second consecutive set. That gets the job done for Mia Tumen.
She's a red shirt sophomore out of Melbourne. Good reception from Morbitzer, and the quick touch from Mia Tumen, the freshman out of Sewickley, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh.